How do you feel about your time in college so far? Do you feel like you've done everything you've wanted to do?
I feel like I'm kind of just, getting too old for it.
No, yeah.
Yeah, because I spent a lot of time in community college trying to learn all the stuff I haven't learned.
Mm.
So I was there for like 3 or 2.5 or 3 years or something like that. And I was working. I was part time for my first year because, like, literally, like, remedial, like, had to learn things I didn't learn.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was working a bunch of jobs, and then I started tutoring, which was cool because I got good at stuff, like, really quickly.
Right.
And then, and so I don't know. I like it. I feel like I'm not trying to chase anything. I'm just kind of letting things happen to me.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to be open to new things.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm gonna definitely try to do this summer.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. I used to try to, like, chase this, like, college experience when I was in. I would, like, go to my friends' like I had a buddy at Rampo after you, Keene. I would just go to, like, their parties.
Campuses,
and just get drunk and sleep on their couch. But
right.
I don't know. I'm kind of just letting things happen.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily have an answer of how it feels to be becoming a senior.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to meet as many people and go to school and do well and do podcasts in my room. I don't.
There you go. No, I mean that's fair. I mean I think that's a good outlook to have. I was wondering. I mean, I think you mentioned you don't really feel like you need to chase this the quote unquote college life, which I think is good because that's not really the the life for everybody, nor really should it be a life. It's kind of just seems to be a stereotype sort of what college is or what college is supposed to be. But I don't know, maybe anything, Rutgers. It could be Rutgers. Yeah, maybe Rutgers specific. Like, do you want to go? Is there any I don't know. When I first came to college, things that I was like, I'm gonna go to every building on campus. Like, I'm gonna go to the roof of all these buildings. Like, I wanna see every gym. Like, I just wanted to see it all.
Yeah.
And now looking back, I mean, I feel like I did a pretty good job of seeing a lot of things. Of course, there was those opportunities that I didn't take or things I didn't do, but I think you just sort of have to be satisfied with your college experience. Otherwise, you put too much pressure on it.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I don't. I've because it's really sold to us at a young age, like these show, like
right,
even like back in the day, like Animal House,
Euro Trip, Euro
Trip,
no, I know
like Blue Mountain State. It's sold to us about what we should be doing,
right?
But the truth is, you do what is interesting to you,
right?
And if drinking is your value, everyone's gonna party. Like it's not you're not you don't have to join be a fraternity athlete or be in a frat.
Right. If
you want to, unless you're trying to have some like drinking
very specific.
You would know, Mr. What's that?
A-Pie.
Chico State Fall Rush.
Yeah. This is from when I was in Chico last semester. Yeah, I did join a fraternity.
Yeah.
For me the community was what drew me in to it. I mean, definitely it's fun to drink as well. But it's interesting. Like it's funny that drinking is seen as like overall the college thing. It's just like people like adults drink. Like you drank before college. Like you're gonna drink after college.
Absolutely. I it's interesting how that's the case. And
I
don't know. I feel it's so I always get weirded out when I see people who are like actively trying to like be what that college archetype is. That's always like kind of just makes me feel gross for them.
Yeah.
And
it feels like they're faking something.
It's like it's all like it feels like a like a politician trying to like present an image, it's just kind of it's just weird. I don't like it.
But I definitely have met people who, it's not like it's their sole thing to do, but they like really just like they're really into the party.
Absolutely, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No, and it also feels like it kind of makes sense. Like we go back to a different time, just like youth were more reckless. Like this was the age, or even when we were a little bit younger than this, to like just be. Going outside, experiencing the world for yourself, making mistakes, drinking too much, that kind of thing. Like
I can't tell if like Gen Z and millennial, I don't know what I am. I have no idea anymore. I thought I was millennial and then some asshole said I wasn't.
Said you were a Gen Z?
Yeah.
When were you born?
96?
Yeah, I was born in 96 also. We count as a millennial, basically.
Well, but like, because
if
you Google it, it's
right.
like, it's a whole thing. I forgot what I was saying.
Yeah.
Wait, what were we talking about?
We're talking about college experience and... that's it. Nothing so, much pressure on it.
I always feel like it's just kind of... Oh, I had a thing. I forgot what I was going to say.
I'm sorry.
No, I mean, I interrupted myself. I do this all the time.
Becoming a senior, the Rutgers things, college experiences in general, the drinking, it's like being young and reckless.
Oh yeah. So I don't know
good
if good guys.
Okay,
the triple call. I'm gonna forget again. But I don't know if our generation is more hopeful and stupid or more pragmatic and realistic. I can't tell.
Hopeful and stupid or more pragmatic and realistic.
Because I feel there's a time where like a majority of people are like, I'm gonna travel or I'm gonna be a musician. But now there's still people like that, except they're. I don't know. I feel like we're getting to a point where it's like we can do both. Where our parents are putting us in college or making us go to college to get a job, but really we have like this passion that we all want to do.
You can be young and dumb and explore some fun things, but you should still have a LinkedIn.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's literally. I think that's kind of what's happening because people are realizing that. All or nothing mentality is very dumb,
Right, but then again, and this is something a fellow friend of ours said in a mini documentary that a different friend of ours made, and I'm talking about the John Lerman mini doc.
Yes, that was very good work.
That was very good.
That was a really good idea.
Yeah, he did a great job.
Shout out to Lerman.
Shout out to Lerman, my previous guest. His clips will be.
Oh really?
Yeah, I did him in episode 3.
Love that guy.
Camera died a little earlier, but the point I was making, he had Akash on the documentary, a comedian friend of ours. And who's also on Bite Size Comedy. And gotta do the cross-section plug. Akash was talking about this idea, the thing that I just said of, being young and dumb and exploring fun things and also having a LinkedIn. But in some ways that can be a detriment to the really, truly being young and dumb and chasing after things you really love and trying to be great at them because you're also in the back of your mind telling yourself that, if this doesn't work out, like, I have the LinkedIn, I have the summer internship, and, it just creates, you don't really have the full drive.
I think, I don't buy that necessarily. I think comedy, because Akash is a comedian.
Right. That was a comedy. His art was the comedy.
I feel like comedy is, and I do comedy too, that's something that's so special where, almost working that dead-end job is fuel. Mm-hmm. For your jokes,
right?
Like
passion.
A lot of my favorite jokes have come from me just fucking sitting there and just like, this sucks, and just trying to like escape what I'm doing.
Right.
Or I see something that's funny, or I see something that could be funny, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna write on that,
Right.
And every comic that like one of Bill Burr's most famous bits is about like the time when he worked in an office.
Right.
In the cubicle.
You working in?
Melania's bits about when he worked in temp. He had in 2 of his specials he has like 15 minutes about when he worked as a temp in a temp agency. So I don't know, but I do see what he's saying. I was expecting that documentary to be like a lot of. I was expecting it when I heard because he advertised it for people who are in a situation where they're immigrant or they have immigrant parents
right.
who forced them to go to college or heavily or very much so wanted them to go to college. Mm. And I was expecting the parents to be not supportive, but I think it was 4 people. It was Iro, Akash, Madhu, and someone else.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure every single one of them, the parents were super supportive, they said, which is so nice to see.
Yeah, great.
I love that. Yeah, I was expecting it to go differently just because... And maybe that's just the story that I've been sold.
Usually, right. That the parents are just like beating the kids into submission to study and
and because I was expecting my parents found out I did comedy recently, and I was expecting them to be like, well, make sure school comes first and shit like that. I'm like, oh, this is great. You're funny. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I like this. And they went to one of my shows. Cool.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting them to. I was with them to be like, yeah, do what you want to do, but school. They're like not pragmatic at all. They're like, you should do it. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's great. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, man, it's cool.
Supportive parents, and they're tapping into the idea that this is the time to.
It's beautiful. I love seeing. Yeah. I love that. I love seeing that stuff.
I do love to see. That's fantastic.
And that's why I love the documentary so much, because everyone. It was such a good idea.
It was very good.
Well shot, well made, and everyone was just really. It felt like a nice space.
Yeah, a good length too.
Yeah, but not
9-10
solid.
minutes.
I liked it. Yeah.